Alright, I wanted to show you guys this crazy intersection. Alright, so I'm going to be turning left up here on Kempsville Road. I'm on Indian River Road, and I'm going to be turning left on Kempsville. So you go straight through the intersection, and then we're going to do a U-turn. So we have to wait here for this light. And we go back up here to turn right. So now we have to yield to the oncoming traffic. I mean, would it have just been easier to put a little turning arrow and let you turn left? That's enough of that craziness. Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. My name is Sean. This is UCM Pigs Moto Vlogs. Just wanted to give a shout out to PSP Tommy G and Purple on 3 for sending me my Hey Y'all sticker. That is so awesome. I might get some of those made up. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today I need a little advice or some assistance from you guys. But before we get started, let me remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always on my channel, if you don't feel like typing words, just leave me an emoji. Let me know you were here. I'd greatly appreciate that. So, man, it's gonna rain. I'm gonna get wet today. Doing a little vlog on my way to work. I haven't done this in a while, so I figured, you know what, let's put the cameras on. I'm doing a new drop time. If you haven't noticed, it's Sunday, so we're gonna try dropping videos on Sunday for a little while. Right now, that's what YouTube Studio is telling me when most of you are available, so I'm gonna give it a try for a little while, see how that works out. The last couple I've dropped on Sundays seem to have performed pretty well. But getting back to the topic, I need some help. I need some advice. I need some wisdom from all of you that ride motorcycles, and particularly those of you from the Northeast, or people who have ridden to the Northeast from down here in the mid-Atlantic Southeast and have made their way up to the Northeast. I've mentioned before, I am going to be heading up to Laconia next month. It's going to be here before you know it, and I'm heading up to go to the Laconia Bike Week motorcycle rally. It's the 100th anniversary, the oldest motorcycle rally in the United States. Started with gypsy rides a long time ago, 100 years ago. I have never ridden in that part of the country. I've gone to Sturgis, I've gone to Daytona, and I want to kind of go see what Laconia is all about. I'm super excited about going up there and seeing, well, riding in that part of the country. I've been to the Northeast, I've flown up there for work, but I've never driven or ridden that far north. Now, I have driven to New York City, going to like LaGuardia and JFK for flights and international flights and stuff like that, but I've never driven through, and that's what I need your help with. So I've been looking at my route, and my route is going to take me up, of course, I-95, and that cuts right through what appears to be the middle of New York City. It takes you right across the George Washington Bridge. Now, I check Google periodically because I'm weird like that, and just kind of watch the traffic patterns different times of the day. And from what I understand, that could turn into a nightmare really quick. I was watching it yesterday, and it said, the average speed across the GW Bridge was like 12 miles an hour. I don't know how I feel about that. Now, I'm not going to be doing this trip alone. I am going to be riding up with a fellow moto vlogger. I'm going to be riding up with Jerry from Minnow Moto. If you guys haven't checked out Jerry, be sure and go check out his channel. Super cool guy. I met him last year at VAM. Rides I think it's a 22 Pan America. So he and I are going to be meeting up around Maryland somewhere, because he lives up that way. And we're going to take the rest of the way up, and I'm going to be riding this straight through. So it's, again, Google and Waze says about 10 hours. In reality, it's probably going to be about a 12-13 hour ride. So this New York City thing is really starting to got me thinking, because like I said, I've ridden across country before. When you go like east to west, you have some big cities, but you can avoid them. But here on the eastern seaboard and the East Coast, it's pretty congested, and like I said, I'm just not too sure about crossing this George Washington Bridge. So what I'm asking of you guys, if you are familiar with that area, maybe you cut that way often, maybe if you live in the northeast and you come south quite a bit, or vice versa, maybe you know a trick to getting around going over the George Washington Bridge. I've heard a couple people talk about it, about going around that. Yeah, you add a few miles, but in the long run it saves you time, or you about break even and it's less stress. It looks like Highway 2, I think it's 297, I could get on like around Jersey, kind of head west a little bit and skirt around, but I just don't know if that's a better route. So I'm kind of, that's why I'm here. I'm asking you guys, what do you think? Or am I just overthinking it? Should I just let Waze take me and just trust that if traffic gets bad, it'll reroute me, and then just enjoy the ride? I mean, I'm going to enjoy the ride regardless, but I really just don't feel like walking my bike across the GW Bridge there in New York City. Of course, I would like to see the skyline. That might make for some interesting content, but I kind of want to get up there. I mean, it's, you know, like I said, it's going to be a straight shot up. I'm sure Jerry and I will stop along the way, stretch our legs, but, you know, once we get up there, to be about, you know, hunkering down and getting through those congested areas to where it opens up, where we can relax a little bit. And then once we get up there, you know, we'll be enjoying ourselves. So pretty much, you know, my ride up will be on that Friday. I think the rally starts on Saturday, and we'll be riding up there, and then I'm going to stay through the weekend and ride back on Monday. So the same thing on Monday. I guess it depends on timing as well. You know, when will I be going through NYC? It looks like on the way up it'll be middle afternoon. I don't know when rush hour is. I think it'll be before rush hour. Typically that's like 5 or so, but you never know up there. I'm not familiar with their traffic patterns. So if you don't mind, if you're familiar with that area, you've ridden that route, or you ride it regularly, and you have some tricks of the trade, some, you know, some words of wisdom that you can pass on to me, leave me a comment. Let me know if there is an alternate route. Like I said, I'm not worried about, you know, going a little further if it's less stressful. So leave me a comment, let me know. I greatly appreciate that. So that's it for this week. Kind of a short video. I wanted to show you all that crazy intersection. That's something I've been thinking about for a while. I was going to make a whole video about it, but it's really not enough, so I figured I'd just throw it in there at the front. And that's for Blue Bike and Doyle. He always talks about his roundabout of death, so I wanted to show him this crazy intersection we have up here. We have a couple like that. Maybe I'll do another one. So that's it. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until we talk again, you guys be careful, you guys be safe, always keep your shiny side up, and we'll talk to you next time.